Hello, my name is Andy Krieger, and I'm the inventor of the Krieger method, a very simple 5-step program to make your foreign accent go away. I'd like to thank you for buying this DVD and showing that extra interest and initiative to try and make your life better. When you learn how to speak without your foreign accent, you will do a better job at work. You may have the opportunity to find a better job. You will learn how to speak so much better, to feel more confident about the way you speak. You will feel better about yourself. I know this is going to happen. Before I tell you what accent reduction is, I'd like to tell you how I discovered this method. Every part of the story, I hope, will help you understand what you are going to learn and do today. Of no importance to you, except when I was in high school, I was very active on student council. And I was making announcements at 3 o'clock on the PA, talking about dances and school activities. Often when I would walk down the hall at the end of the day, sometimes kids would come up to me and say, "Andy, where are you from?" I thought, what a silly question. Why would they ask where I'm from? As far as I knew, people from San Francisco and Vancouver, Canada, we all talk the same. Why would they think that I'm talking in a different way because they think I'm from somewhere strange? I never thought about it, but it will be an important part of the story. I was lucky enough to go back to San Francisco to go to Stanford University, where I studied history and geography, no accent reduction. I was ready to graduate, and a visitor came to Stanford to give a speech. His name was Sergeant Shriver. He was the brother-in-law of President Kennedy, who had been assassinated. I loved President Kennedy, and I was very excited to see someone who was a member of his family. So along with 2,000 other students, we filled the auditorium. I think there were about 2,000 of us. And I remember this man talking about the Peace Corps. He was the head of the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps is and was a government organization to get volunteers like me to go to poor parts of the world and be teachers for 2 years. As he spoke, I remember sitting in my seat and thinking, I have never heard anybody speak like this. I was totally enamored, in love with the way that this man spoke. I just could not believe how wonderful I felt listening to him say the words. In a while, I'm going to talk about President Obama, because I think most of us feel the same way when we hear President Obama speak. Sergeant Shriver spoke in exactly the same way. Here's what he said, and this is sort of the way that he spoke. He said, "You have a wonderful opportunity to do something with your life, to do something of value, to go to Africa, go to South Asia, go to South America and be a teacher for 2 years as a volunteer in small villages and large cities and help people who need your help. Do something that will make you feel good about yourself. Do something that will help others." And he went on and on. I remember, again, thinking so much of this speech that when it was over, I was, I believe, the first one outside, and I signed up to go to Ethiopia in Africa for 2 years. I didn't call my mother and father at home and say, "What do you think I should do?" I just went ahead and did it. all on the way that Sergeant Shriver was speaking. I was totally taken by the way he spoke. I didn't know then what it was. I have no idea what it was about the way he spoke, but it had a tremendous influence on me. I'm going to teach you today what I didn't know then. I'm going to teach you what it was about the way that this man spoke. Everything that I'm going to teach you has something to do with the way that Sergeant Shriver spoke. I went to Ethiopia, and I believe it was the second week. There was a knock on the door. One of my students appeared, a little boy by the name of Kadani. He said, "Mr. Andy, you are speaking too fast. We cannot understand you." So I realized then that I needed to speak more slowly. You've all received a 6-page sheet that accompanies this DVD. And I want you to look at number 1, which says, "Speak more slowly." So ever since many years ago, I have always tried to speak more slowly. I came back from Ethiopia, and I was a teacher in Vancouver, Canada for, I believe, 7 years, where I taught 7th grade and 10th grade, all subjects, also Canadian history. Late 1970s, I got married and moved to California. And in California, I had a job for 14 years where I was hiring extras for movies. I was an extra casting director. I hired extras for movies such as Pretty Woman. When Julia Roberts walks down Rodeo Drive, I hired all the extras who walked on the sidewalks and were the clerks who didn't speak, who waited on her in the stores. And I did Rocky IV and Star Trek: The Next Generation and Back to the Future and Ghost and thousands of TV shows, movies, and commercials. That is of no importance to you except at lunchtime. I had the opportunity every day for 14 years to go to lunch to the Warner Brothers studio and watch movies being made. In the beginning, I was quite excited to have this opportunity, but after a while, I began to, I'll use the word, fall in love with the way that actors were speaking. I loved listening to the way actors were speaking as they made their movies. There was something very special. I didn't know what it was, just as I didn't know what Sergeant Shriver was doing. But I loved hearing these actors speak. I'm going to tell you today, later, what it is, the way that actors speak, that will allow you to copy the way they are speaking. I came back from Los Angeles in the early 90s, and I got a job downtown Vancouver working with actors. I got a job at their union office. Lots of movies are made in Vancouver, and I worked downtown in their office. Of no value to you until in 1997. I got a phone call from an American producer who was in Vancouver to make a movie. I'd worked with this man many times. My job was to work with him and help him do his movie in the best, easiest way. I answered the phone and he said, "Andy, we have a problem. We can't hire any of your actors because they're speaking Canadian." I said, "Robert, what are you talking about? What do you mean Canadian?" He said, "I can't tell you what it is, but they're doing something that is not pleasing to our ear." I think I remember him saying they're speaking too fast. Their words are clumped. Their words are clipped, and we're not comfortable. We don't like the way they talk. It's different. It's not Los Angeles talking. He said, "Andy, you speak American. You're from San Francisco. You speak American. You need to try and figure out how you're doing." So I thought, what is he asking me to do? I need to try and think about what I'm doing. How am I talking? So I thought right away, my father and I speak exactly the same way. My dad is from San Francisco, grew up there, was born there, and when I'm at his house and the phone rings and we answer the phone, nobody can tell the difference. So I realized that he and I must be speaking in exactly the same way. Still no relevance to you. So I sat with my father, and we realized that when we talked, we were putting our tongue and lips in one of 9 positions to push out air and make every word have a long vowel. People in San Francisco seemed to me, because I was doing it, we were talking in longer words. Some of you may know that there's a part of the United States called the South, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, where they kind of talk like this. Now, I was actually born in North Carolina, and if I'd stay there, I'd be talking like this. They kind of talk with kind of long words, but it's different from San Francisco. But both parts of the country have very long words. It just happens that in San Francisco, we get into some kind of a position before we say a word. So I knew enough to realize that I was putting my mouth in one of 9 positions. When I said a word that began with a B, I didn't say best, I went best. I didn't say why, I went why. I didn't say fast, I went fast. That's the way I was talking. I was making my words longer. Again, no connection with you. So I thought, okay, there are 9 different positions. Every word that begins with an A, E, I, O, U, I go like this. Ask. Often. For the B, M, and P, I went like this. Best. Mention. Patiently. For the D, J, N, and T, I'm skipping a few. Let's try the D, J, N, and T. I put my tongue above my top teeth, like this. Doesn't. Time. Look how long that word is. Time. The F and V. Fast. Very. For the W was why. For the TH was that. Not that, but that. So I knew enough to go to my boss and say, Richard, I think I can teach these actors how to speak American. He said, go ahead. If you can do something to help them get work, sounds great, go ahead. So I began to teach. And in the second week, there was another knock on the door. And I looked over and I saw a lovely black man from West Africa at the door. I knew him. I said, yes, Francis. He said, Andy, want to come to your class? In a very heavy, strong accent. I remember standing there and thinking, no way. Absolutely no way. I don't know what to do with this man. I wouldn't know at all what to do. But it was a very cold day in Vancouver. It doesn't usually get this cold, but it was really cold. And I knew Francis had nothing to do this day. This was a 2-hour class. I thought, he has nothing better to do. I will let him sit in the class just to keep him warm. He was a lovely man. I had a seat. I said, Francis, have a seat. And what happened? He began to participate. And after a few days, his accent began to go away. So since that time, I have taught over 7,000 people like Francis, like actors in Vancouver. I had the opportunity to work with Jackie Chan for a very short time on his movie, The Forbidden Kingdom. I worked with Jackie for only a half an hour, believe it or not, but I did work with Li Bingbing and Christophe Fei Lu and the great Emperor Wang Deshun on this movie. I had a total of 3 weeks working time with these actors. If you rent the movie in English, I hope you will see how beautifully they are speaking, how much more clearly they are speaking, thanks to what I'm going to teach you today. So that's the story. That's how I learned how to teach you accent reduction, by simply showing you how to position your tongue and lips. With this DVD that you've just received, you've also received another DVD. And that shows me teaching another student who speaks your language. It could be that you are speaking Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Arabic, Farsi, Thai, Filipino, French, I think about 15 or 20 different languages. You have received another DVD that shows me teaching for about 2.5 hours. When I am focusing on explaining to the student, you will see my face. When I am reading the PowerPoint presentation, the camera will go to that PowerPoint. And when the student is speaking, the camera goes to that student. So the PowerPoint that I'm going to use today on my computer is the same PowerPoint that you are going to see on that second DVD. I hope that second DVD is really helpful to you. Right now, I want you to say, maybe you freeze this DVD, put it on pause, and say the following words. My name is, and give your name, and I came to Canada or USA from, where did you come from, about how many years ago? Again, you will say, my name is Lou, and I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 5 years ago. If I have a bad accent, and I apologize, maybe I sound like this. My name is Lou. I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 5 years ago. It's a very bad accent. I don't mean to insult anybody, but that's the accent that I hear sometimes. At the end of the day, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to be able to do this. My name is Lou, and I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 5 years ago. I will then have you putting two words together. My name, open my mouth, is Lou, open my mouth, and I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 5 years ago. Notice how I'm using my hand. So you'll go from learning each position, saying one word at a time, to going to 2 words at a time. That's the way I'm going to teach you to speak. Try it again. I'll listen to you say it. I'll voice it, or I'll do it with my lips. Ready? Again, listen. My name is Lou. My name is your name. And I came to whatever the country is, Canada or US, from wherever it was about blah, blah years ago. Let's do it again. Ready? Good. I hope you can hear yourself, certainly hear your accent, and hopefully by the end of the day, by the end of your watching this DVD, you'll be able to do it with no accent. What is the K method? My method is called the Krieger or K method. I'm going to teach you, number one, to speak more slowly. Why? To give yourself time to put your tongue and lips in these 9 exact positions. There are actually 10, but we'll call them at the moment 9. All 26 letters of the alphabet are grouped into 9 positions. When you speak slowly and you get into position, it says you are able to speak every word with a long vowel, the magical part of this system. Speak slowly, get into position, and make every word have a long vowel. If you start working on this DVD and you start speaking in a totally different way, and somebody says to you, "How did you do that?" I want you to say to them, "I learned how to make every word have a long vowel." Again, I call this magical because it is in fact magical. The next slide says there are 5 steps. Number 1 is to speak slowly. Number 2 is to get into position. Number 3 is to use your hand to help you take in air. You're going to hold your hand like this in front of you, maybe about 9 inches. Bring it back and flick it forward. Take in air, number 3. Number 4 is force out air. And number 5 is to make every word have a long vowel. It says there are 9 alphabet positions. At the bottom there's a picture of all the letters of the alphabet, 26. But in fact there are only 9 groups of letters. When you say a word that begins with A, E, I, O, U, you open your mouth like this. And they're all done the same way. Every time you say a word that begins with A, E, I, O, U, you open your mouth like this. Answer. Often. In. Up. When you do a word that begins with B, M, and P, you close your lips. Best. Mention. Patient. When you do a word that begins with C, K, and G, you go like this. Can. Kick. Gone. When you do the D, J, N, and T, words that begin with D, J, N, and T, you put your tongue up at 45 degrees. Duck. Justice. Nice. Time. Look how I'm flicking my hand. I'm going to teach you how to do that in just a minute. Hold my hand like this, bring it towards me, and flick it. Duck. Justice. Nice. Time. For the F and V. Fast. Look at my teeth on my bottom lip. Very. For the H, open my mouth about 40%. Has. Hasn't. For the L, put my tongue under my top teeth. Long. Lucky. Lie. For the R, S, and Y, kind of a r, s, 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 y. Ran. Send. Yes. For the W, Y. And the other letter, called it the 10th, will be tip of tongue under here, this. Those are the 9 alphabet positions. Every time you say a word, you will need to get into position before you speak. The next slide shows a little baby crawling. Next to that picture is a little toddler trying to walk. Then there's another picture of a person walking and another picture of someone running. When you're a little baby, the only thing you do is crawl. It's very simple, very slow. Then you learn how to walk as a toddler. Then you learn how to walk like a normal person. And then you learn how to run. Crawling is very simple and very slow. I want you today to pretend like you're crawling. I want you to accept that you are crawling. I don't want you to try to run. And it has to do with when you say a word. If you say the word Y, I want you to do this. Make a little W, hold your hand in front of you at an angle. I'll show you more in a minute, and go like this. Y. Once you make the W, wait 1 second, and then move your hand. Look what I'm doing. Y. You cannot go Y. You can't go best. You can't go fast. You have to go Y. Best. Fast. You have to wait 1 second before you move your hand. If you try to do it too fast, you will not be successful. Every time you say a word, You must find the position, wait 1 second, and then move your hand. It says you can't run before you learn to crawl. Don't move your hand until you are in position. Don't move your hand until you're in position and then wait 1 second. Be content to do everything slowly. You will get faster as you learn how to do this. You actually will get to normal speed when you do everything that I teach you, but you will take less time in between words, and then it'll sound very normal. I'll explain that later. I'd like you to listen to President Kennedy, who was a great speaker, a great hero of mine. I love the way he talked. Here's what he said, or here's what it tells you to do. Listen to this speech by President Kennedy, speaking more slowly and with pauses. He uses positions. This man is speaking so beautifully that he must be putting his tongue and lips in positions to push out air and make every word have a long vowel, just as you are going to do today. He says, we observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning. I'd like you to listen to President Kennedy. I don't care if you understand exactly what he says, but I'd like you to listen to the pauses and the length of every word.
We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath.
President Kennedy speaking these beautiful, long, elegant, majestic words. When you speak, I want you to think of the beautiful way that this man said his words. If you YouTube President Kennedy's inaugural address, you will see him, after about 2 minutes, using his hand, tapping his hand. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning. You'll see him tapping to the left of the microphone. As he's standing up, you can see him tapping these words. You will use your hand the whole time you are speaking. The next slide says, watch how your mouth produces the words. If you are going to use a mirror or a television camera or just watching this DVD on your computer, on your DVD player, I want you to be aware that if you are looking at yourself, you must be watching what your tongue and lips do the whole time. Don't look away, don't look up, just watch what you're doing to see what your lips, your tongue, and mouth are doing. I had the pleasure of teaching in the Philippines in 2004. I think I was there for 3 months. And I taught a company that had 150 employees. And at that time, I was making my first DVD. And I asked one of these lovely students to give a comment about her learning. And here's what she said. She said, I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood. She said, I'm more confident now. I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood. I want you to listen to this young lady speak.
I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood.
Every word has a long vowel. I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood. I'm more confident because, now she missed because. Every word is perfect except the word because. She didn't say because, she said because. I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood. I want you to listen and see if you can hear her accent on the word because. When we say the word because, if you just go like this, open your mouth a little and go because, because, because. I think it's about this long. What happens if I close my lips and I go because? I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood. Listen to the short version of the word because.
I'm more confident because I know that each word I'm saying can be clearly understood.
Every time you miss a position, we will hear your accent. If you make every position, we won't hear your accent. The next slide shows people talking with each other. You need to practice daily with a trusted friend or family member or co-worker. I recommend that you find somebody at home. When you get off this DVD today and you talk to someone, you say, the instructor told me that I must speak to you every day slowly. You need to practice every day for 2 minutes. That's all I ask. 2 minutes with somebody who you trust, who will not judge you, who will not be negative, but will support you. If you practice every day for a while at home, you then go to work. Maybe after the first week or even the next day. You find somebody at work who you feel comfortable with, who you feel comfortable talking to. And you say, when we have coffee, may I please speak to you in my new way? I want to try and practice speaking more clearly every day before I start talking to our customer, before I start talking to our client. So if you practice at home and you go to work and feel comfortable speaking to someone, then perhaps you might say, you know what? I can answer this phone and start speaking this new way to this customer. I know I can do it. I feel very comfortable doing it, and I know you will be successful. I want you to look at page 5 of the sheet that I sent you, and at the top of page 5 it says, look at this key, K-E-Y. A key, as you know, opens a door. I want this key to open information for you. The key has about 15 or 20 different things that you can do every day. Think about the 5 main steps. Think about the other additional helpers. Start talking to someone at work. Start talking to a stranger. Just do it. Just go into a store and order something in this new way. If you're standing at the bus stop and you feel comfortable, start talking to someone in this new way. In fact, say to your best friend, I'm going to always speak to you in this new way. Use the key every day to help you study, think about the material you have learned up till now. So how do I learn to speak without an accent? It says we all speak too fast. In your own language, if it's Mandarin, Cantonese, Spanish, Russian, Japanese, Korean, all of you speak your own language so fast. when you speak English, you also speak fast. There is no time in any of your languages or when you speak English that you would ever think about putting your tongue or lips in some kind of position. You just don't do it. This is a weird thing to say, but my feeling is that only people in San Francisco and Los Angeles happen to use their mouth to push out air to make every word have a long vowel. That's the way we speak. So you need to speak this new way. I want you to take a minute and I want you to introduce yourself to me in your own native language. I want you to say in Cantonese or Mandarin or Spanish or Japanese or Korean or whatever the language is. My name is whatever your name is, and I came to my country from wherever about how many years ago. Do it in Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever right now. Do it. Whatever the language is, I'm sure you spoke so fast, and you did not at any time think about putting your tongue or lips in some kind of position. You just didn't do it. There's a picture of a man shooting a submachine gun. Some of you can speak just as fast as that submachine gun. You have to change the way you're speaking. You have to speak much more slowly. To show you how to speak by using these positions, I want to teach you how to speak 3 words of French. If I say to you, je parle français, what did I say? Je parle français. You may have heard an A sound, but I don't think you understood anything else. In fact, I said, je parle français. Je means I. Parle, like parliament, means speak, and français means French. So if I do it slowly, je parle français. I want you to do that with me. Open your mouth about this much and go, don't do anything with your lips. Je, close your lips. Look how relaxed my lips are. Parle français. Do it. Tap your hand. Ready? Je, close your lips. Parle français. Let's do it together. Again, open your mouth a little. Ready? Je parle français. You just said it. You said 3 words in French, I'm sure, very beautifully, very clearly. If you said it fast, je parle français, wouldn't be as clear at all. You wouldn't understand anything that I've said. So you need, just like you've learned how to speak 3 words of French, how do we say I speak French in English? Here's what you do. You don't say I speak French. You go like this. Open your mouth to 60%. I, almost close your mouth. Speak, make an F. French. Let's do it together. Open your mouth. I speak French. Look how much trouble and effort it was to say that. You didn't say, I speak French. You went, I speak French. That took a lot of time to say those 3 words because you needed to open your mouth. I speak French. And your hand needed to move. It takes time to move the hand. Remember I said you can't move your hand until you wait 1 second. That also takes time. Speaking this way is like singing. It's like music. In music, every note is exact. There are 8 basic notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Every note must be exact in order for the song to be perfect. If you go to a karaoke bar and you hear someone singing, you know it's beautiful, it's perfect. You hear a song on a radio, you know it's perfect because every note is perfect. If you go to a karaoke bar and someone doesn't know how to sing, you almost want to cover your ears. So every note must be perfect when someone sings. Every position that you make, think of it as a note, must be perfect. So, when you speak, you must be sure that every word has an exact position, and you will have no accent. It says in music there are rests. Dum, bum, 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 bum. There are pauses in between those notes. In speaking, there are pauses after each word or every two words. When I saw what happened, I laughed. When I saw what happened, I laughed. Lots of pauses in between words. Number one, you must speak more slowly. Your ESL teacher may have said to you, don't speak slow, speak fast. Make sure that you get every word said, because if you try to speak more slowly, someone will interrupt you. Don't listen to your ESL teacher. You need to speak more slowly. It is so, so important. I may time myself today using a stopwatch. If I hold the stopwatch and time myself, not how fast I can say a sentence, but how slowly I can speak. How slowly I can speak. When you speak more slowly, you give yourself time to put your tongue and lips in the exact digital position. That's number two. Number one is to speak more slowly. Number two is to give yourself time to put your tongue and lips in the exact digital position. Digital means exact. I'm looking at a computer. I'm looking at a camera. Both are digital. My watch, the time is probably not exactly the same as the computer because it's not digital. Every position that I show you, like the B, here's the B. Best. If you go like this, no good. Go like this. Best. No good. Go like this. Best. If you open your mouth at the last minute, best. No good. You must keep it together and go best. When you do Y, you can't go Y. You have to go, no. Look how relaxed I am. Y. If I do fast, can I do this? No. Must be very relaxed. Top teeth on bottom lip. Fast. Fast. Every position must be digital. Here's the A-E-I-O-U. Here's the D. Here's the L. Here's the R. Here's the S. Here's the Y. Every position must be perfect. Can't be slightly or almost, it must be exact. Digital means exact. You need to hold the positions. Some of these positions are very hard. Like this. That's hard. How long can you hold this? If you're a Filipino, you have a lot of trouble, or a Hindi, doing this. Even putting the D up there is hard. Putting the B together is hard. So once you decide to say a word, try to hold the word, hold the position. Wait. Better. Better. Look how relaxed my lips are. Faster. Faster. Don't go fast. go fast. Your mouth should be relaxed the whole time. Take your hand and run your hands over your face for a minute. Totally, totally relax. I'd like you to take your hand, make it very tense. Can you do that? Very tense. Oh, that hurts. Now just relax. I want you to hold your hand in front of you about, I don't know, is that a foot? I want it to be at 45 degrees, like this. I want you to bring it back, and that's what you're going to do in just a few minutes. But your hand should be relaxed the whole time. So you bring it back, a little above my ear, and you whack it. You whack it. Your hand snaps. Look. Snap. Snap. Talk more about the hand in a minute. So number 1 was to speak more slowly. Number 2 is to get into position. Number 3, well, before I do that, let's see what it says here. Every word requires that you put your tongue and lips in an exact position before you say even one word. So if I say the word why, I have to do this. Why. If I say the word 5, I do this. 5. If I say the word mention, I do this. Mention. As. As. Every word requires that you put your tongue and lips in an exact position before you say even one word. It's what accent reduction is. You don't just talk. You make sure that you're in some position and you say a word. In a little while I'm going to show you how to say 2 words, but you'll start off by saying 1. I want to show you 3 examples. I've picked 3 different letters of the alphabet, 3 groups of letters, and I want to show you what you do to say a word that begins with those letters. The first example is the B, M, and P. Every time for the rest of your life, when you say a word that begins with B, M, or P, you close your lips. Here are the words. Best, mention, patient. Look how long the words are. Best, mention, patient. How long the words are. With those 3 words, there will now be a sentence. And here's the sentence. Banks make huge profits. Do it again. Banks make huge profits. Every word was long. I had a position for every word. I will teach you how to say 1 word at a time, and then I will show you how to put 2 words together. Every sentence has a clump, or a way to put the words together. Here's the way this sentence is said. Banks make huge profits. Do it again. Look at my lips. Banks make huge profits. I went from 1 word. Banks make huge profits. Notice how I didn't move my hand until I was in position, plus waiting 1 second. What's the next example? Words that begin with F and V. Every time for the rest of your life. When you say a word that begins with F and V, F or V, you put your top teeth on your bottom lip. It says top teeth on bottom lip. Find the exact comfortable position. Don't do this, but how about this? Look how relaxed my bottom lip is. Fast. Very. Is it fast? Very? No. I waited. Relax. Fast. Very. Look how my hand sort of stays out there. Fast. Like the word is going off my hand. I'll explain more of that in just a few minutes. Here's the sentence. Open my mouth for I. Look what I do for I. My mouth is open 60%. I can. Close my lips for B. B, make a V. Very fast. I'll do it again. Look. I can be very fast. We put these together. I can be very fast. I did it. It sounded very normal. Open mouth. I can be very fast. Last example, the W. It says make a round kissing position. Every time you say a word that begins with a W, you want to do this. I could put a little straw in here. Make a little hole. When I do the W, we'll put the straw in there. Want. Why. Word. Work. Look how I made the W first. Look. Want. Why. Word. Work. Here's the sentence. One word at a time. When, and then look at that N. I'll show you how to make that N. When. Will. My tongue went behind my top teeth. Will. Here's we. We. Open mouth. Ever. Remember, for a word that begins with a vowel, open my mouth. Ever. Make a W. Win. When I did the N, I went n. Win. Here's the second line. When will we ever win? Here's the third line. When will we ever win? I put three words together. That is very, very hard. And I actually don't recommend that you try to speak three words. Try to avoid, at least in the beginning, speaking three words. Only speak one or two words at a time. Let's try it again. When will we ever win? If it sounds like that, congratulations. If it doesn't, and you had trouble, especially with the ever, don't worry about it. Two words will work. How would I do it? Only two words? When will we ever win? Or when will we ever win? Those were three examples. Remember, every time you say a word, you must be in some position before you say that word. We're going through the 5 steps. Number 1 was to speak more slowly. Number 2, that gives you time to get into one of the 9 or 10 positions. Whatever they are. Number 3, take in air. So as your hand should be out in front about this much, at an angle. You can't see it, but my elbow is at an angle. My hand is in front of me at 45 degrees. It's not straight up. It's not like this. It's at an angle, 45 degrees, like that. 45 is so important. So as you bring your hand up, it's very gentle. You can't hear it. You hardly feel it. Air comes in. You're taking in air. That's number 3. Number 4, there's a picture of a cloud blowing out air. So it says, number 4, force out air on each word to hit the beginning of each word. So here's what it does. Fast. Fast. Air is coming out. Air came in. Air goes out. Isn't this weird? Speaking by taking in air and forcing out air, it's very weird. Number 5, it says, make every word have a long vowel. You tell that special someone in your life, I am speaking without my accent because I learned how to make every word have a long vowel. Amazing. It says here the magic of the system. It is in fact magic. You imagine you're going to be speaking in a short time without your accent. That's magic. I'm happy that I can teach it to you. I'm happy that I grew up in San Francisco. I'm happy that my father talks like I do. I'm happy that that boy in Ethiopia told me to speak more slowly. I'm happy that that American producer told me he didn't want to listen to Canadians. I'm happy that Francis appeared at the door. All those things came together to allow me to teach you, and it's a wonderful job to have. It says, last part, every word has a vowel sound. You're going to make that vowel long. Here are the first words we're going to work on. The words are, I'm going to say them slowly. Canada, can, answer. Often, basically, time. Has, face, lunch. Yes, why, this. I'll say them again. Canada, can. Answer, often. Basically, time. Has. Face. Lunch. Yes. Why? This. If I were teaching you in a private class, I would have you do the following. Before you say Canada, open your mouth and go. Open 10%, 15%. Canada. Open your mouth, same position for can. Can. Open your mouth. Can. For answer, you have to open your mouth much more. Look, about 60%. Answer. Notice I only say the word when my hand hits the 45-degree position. Answer. Answer. Always the same place. Look right there. Open. Answer. So I start here and I go, only say the word there. Answer. Next word. Look at my mouth. I open to 60%. Often. Often. How about basically? Look what I do. Basically. Basically. For time, tip of my tongue goes above my teeth at 45 degrees. Up there. My mouth is almost closed. No, just a little. Not this, but almost closed. Time. Remember we said number 5, every word has to have a long vowel. Make sure you have a long vowel. Time. Time. Next word. 40% open. Has. Has. Do it again. Has. How about face? Face. Make the F. Face. Do I go face? No, I wait till my hand gets back here. Look right here. Face. Face. How about lunch? Mouth is almost closed, only open 5%. Lunch. Lunch. How about yes? Yes. Do it again. Yes. How about why? Why? Do it again. Make your W. Wait. Wait that 1 second. Why? How about this? This. This. Let's do them again. Ready for Canada? Canada. Ready for can? Can. Ready for answer? Open much more. Ready? Answer. Ready for often? Open your mouth. Often. How about basically? Close your lips. Basically. Do it again. Basically. Ready for time? T-I-M-E. Ready? Time. Time. The long vowel makes this happen. Here's has. Open your mouth for has. Ready? Has. You feel whatever 40% is. Has. Here's 100. Here's 60. Here's 40. Has. Ready for face. Face. If I do this, no good. So just on the top of my lip, for me. Everybody's different. Face. Ready for lunch. Tongue behind the top teeth. Ready? Relax. Lunch. Do it again. Lunch. How about yes? Yes. Do it again. Yes. How about Y? Make a little W. Y. Y. Make a TH. This. Ready? This. Look how slowly I said it. This. Slower is better. One more time. This. Don't let your bottom lip touch your tongue. This. No. A little separation. This. You've done a wonderful job. You've said all those words, I hope clearly. Why don't you try it one more time? How can you do this? If you did it fast, say it after me. Canada can answer. Old way, ready? Canada can answer. Often, basically, time. Do it. Has face lunch. Yes, why this? If you listen to yourself, even if you can't hear your accent, which I know you can, you know that you never made any position to say these words. All of a sudden, you need to make positions. Good job. It says here, like fire out of a dragon's mouth. When you say each word, feel like the word is coming out of your mouth, like fire coming out of a dragon's mouth, or like a bullet shooting out of a gun. Take your hand, go like this. Cup it like this and just go shoo, shoo, fire, shoo, shoo. So every time you say a word, so you can flick your hand. What am I doing here? Hold it like this and just flick it. Turn it back and wait, flick it. Your hand should snap to express that power. Why doesn't he try harder? Let's do it again. Why? Why? Tongue up there for doesn't. Doesn't he try harder? Doesn't matter what the words are, just to see what you're doing to flick your hand. Part 3 is called the additional helpers. Part 2 covered the 5 main steps. This is now Part 3, the additional helpers. I'm going to show you more details about the hand. I'm going to show you how to say every word slowly. I'm going to show you that every word you say is like this piece of wood, this wedge. Every word is like this tennis ball. I'm going to show you how to speak 1, 2, or 3 words only at a time. Number 11, to tell you that speaking like this is called speaking in clumps, C-L-U-M-P-S. Number 12, I will show you what it means to speak with some kind of a look on your face contemplatively. Number 13 is to get you to understand how to make your words have intonation, high and low and volume. But before we go on, here's what it says, number 14. Wait in position. Then move your hand up. Hold the position. Then snap your hand forward and say the word. That's how it works. Number 6, the hand position. It says it starts out exaggerated. Ultimately, we make it a minimal effect. So every time you say a word, you're going to do this. Sa, sa. Later, you might just be sitting at your chair and just kind of tapping, very, very gentle. You might be standing up. Let your hand drop to just down by your leg, and then just kind of tap your hand very gently. We don't know why something like this happens. We need to send the facts to the customer. We need to send the facts to the customer, whatever it is. So exaggerated now, more minimal, hardly noticeable later. It's all in flicking of the wrist. What's flicking? It's not this. It's flicking. Flick. Look at my wrist. Snap. Flick. Slap. You can slap. How about if we do this? Slap. Slap. If I hold my hand at 45 degrees, slap. Can't see it, but it's slapping. Take the hand away, slap. So kind of this part of my hand is slapping. How do you slap somebody? Bad boy. Bad. Bad. Forward, bad. Bad. Or it could be tapping. Tap. This finger is a little lower. Tap. How do we tap? Let's see. Tap. Tap. Try it. Tap. You also might do this. Put your hand up straight, have the finger pointing forward, and shoot it by going like this. Shoot it. So as I go forward, see if I can put it in my own eye or towards my face. Ready? Choo. Choo. Whatever you can do to push the word forward. That's what you have to do. But here's the important part. You can try tapping each word with the index finger lower. We did that, kind of tap. Tap. But you have to raise you can't do just your wrist. You have to bring your elbow up and then tap. Elbow up and tap. Elbow up and tap. Look what I'm doing. Up. Raise it above your head. Raise it up. So it's kind of going back at 45 degrees. Not up like this, but back. Hold it at 45, bring it back at 45, and tap. Or slap, whatever works for you. But here's the very important part. Do not move your hand until you're in position, and then wait another second. Wait, wait. Later you won't have to wait as long, but for now you need to wait. 2 more waits. Wait, wait, wait 1 second. I wrote, I think, wait 7 times, which means before you move your hand, you must be in position and wait 1 second. That's all I ask you to do. Why? Best. After a while, obviously, you won't have to wait as long, but for now, you need to wait. Don't move your hand until you are in position and relaxed. Really simple. Don't move your hand until you've made the position, wait 1 second, and then move the hand up. The reason I want you to do that is because I want you to be relaxed the whole time. When you are relaxed, you're going to make a perfect position. Your hand will be relaxed. You will not put pressure on yourself to do this fast. A baby doesn't run. A baby crawls. Take your time. More on your hand. Before you move your hand, pause. Lower your hand like you are sinking down, falling asleep on a cloud. What if you hold your hand like this? Just kind of do this. Just relax. So before you do it, if you're going to go like this, I'm going to say the word why. If I do this. Why? How about best? Look what I'm doing. Just kind of relax. Best. Lower your hand like you are sinking down, falling asleep on a cloud. Just relax before you move your hand. Or sinking into quicksand. What's quicksand? You just kind of sink down into the earth. This will give you a chance to relax. Do all of this after you've gotten into the exact position. Don't say a word until you've made the position. Relax your hand, wait it 1 second, then bring your hand up, and then say the word. Only when your hand is there. Don't say the word no, 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 not now, not now, only when you're back here. So if I say why, I don't go why. I go why. Do it again, look. Why. Look, every time the word is said, only when my hand is here. Why. What? No. Why? It says hand at 45 degrees. Your hand is held out in front of you at an angle of 45 degrees. Your fingers should be apart. Don't have your fingers ever together. Have them apart and relax. Your hand should be cupped. Look at my hand, it's kind of rounded. Shouldn't ever be like this. Should be relaxed. The index finger should be slightly below. Don't force it down. Just let it hang naturally. It'll hang a little below the others. Be relaxed the whole time. Bring your hand back at 45 degrees and then snap it forward. Snap it forward. Snap. That's the only time you say the word, when your hand is there. Even more about the hand. Is the hand important? It is so important. It's like, excuse me, it's like slapping. Don't hurt yourself. It's like slapping, or think of it as tapping with the tips of your fingers. Tap, tap, tap. Whatever works for you, tap, tap. Or you can have your hand more vertical. Remember we talked about this? With your index finger pointing straight ahead. Jackie Chan showed me this, how you can pretend like you're poking somebody's eye out. No, he didn't. Just pretending. Sa. Look at my finger. It's pointing. And I really, how about this? Slow motion. I have the feeling that that finger is pointing towards where my hand is going. Bring it back and flick it forward. Feel like you are going to poke some bad guy's eyes out with power. Sa. Everything is power. When you start at 45 degrees and you go back, you should also end up in exactly the same place. Sa. You start here and you end there. You don't say the word until you are there. Remember to snap your wrist. Your hand cannot be locked. You cannot do that. That wrist must. But you don't do this. This is no good. It doesn't work. Your whole elbow must move. Sa. Exaggerated now and less later and in real life. Just relax and try to figure out how that hand snaps. Try this. Sa. Look at how my elbow goes up. Sa. Sa. How about tapping? Tap. Always the same place. Tap. Okay? Why do you need to wait, it says? When you wait before you move your hand, you give yourself time to relax and think about what you have to do with your tongue or lips. So if I say, he is, that's easy. He is. But I have to go, he does. I've got to get that D up there. I have to think about how I make a D. So I have to go, he does. He does. So you need to be relaxed and wait so you can think about what you have to do to make, say, the second word. Or where's your mouth for the first word? What do you have to do for the second word? This all takes time. And the more relaxed you are, and if you wait, you'll give yourself time to make these decisions. Think about what you have to do. You must wait at least 1 second before you move your hand to make this work. Relax your hand for at least 1 long second. We'll finally finish the hand, except when you finish, your hand should not be like this, but totally relaxed. And you should have, it says when you finish each word, let the word flow from E.T.'s fingers. Remember the movie E.T.? About the little monster from outer space who came to visit this little boy. He had very long fingers. I want you to feel as you say a word that the word goes off your hand. If you kind of stop, it's not going to work. You need to have the word go off your hand, like E.T.'s long fingers. So when you speak, you need to feel that the word is going off your hand. Have that feeling of extension, I guess is a good word. It must go off. Yes. Look how long. If I go like this? No. Sa. Y. Let's do Y. Ready? Y. Don't go Y. Go Y. Let the word go off your hand. One last thing about the hand. I thought we were finished, but we're not. It's so important. Your hand should be totally relaxed, motionless in front of you. No, relaxed. At 45 degrees. What is 45? There's 90, there's 0, there's 45. Be thinking, am I in position? Whatever it is. Is my mouth and hand relaxed? Am I holding the position? Only now can I move my hand. Once you've satisfied all these requirements, then you move your hand, but you wait 1 second before you move your hand. You wait 1 second before you move your hand. The next slide says, say each word slowly. Best to speak each individual word slowly. Beginning in the exact position allows you to say each word, each individual word, slowly. This is what creates the elegance and power of each word. Some of you may be familiar with an American TV show. It's called CSI Miami. The star is a red-headed actor who's made a lot of money over the years by saying his words more slowly. If you YouTube David Caruso, C-A-R-U-S-O, you'll hear David talking like this. I think this woman has been poisoned. I want you to take the body back to the morgue. And I want you to check under her fingernails because I think you'll find some residue of poison. This man has made a lot of money by saying his words individually more slowly. When you speak, you need to say every word slowly. See how that happens. When I was in Hong Kong in 2008, I was in Hong Kong working for HSBC Bank on November 4th, Election Day in the United States. And so many people came up to me and said, "Congratulations, Andy. We are so happy for you that you now have a new president, Obama." Nobody ever would have said that to me about There was something about Obama that made us love this man, trust this man, and feel good about this man. I wonder whether the way he speaks, I think it does, has anything to do with it. Somebody sent me some information that I think is very valuable. When President Obama speaks, somebody's added up the number of words that he says in a given word, a given time, in a minute, actually. And that the number of words in 1 minute for Obama is about 94 words a minute. Somebody also said that the Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, speaks 165 words a minute. The world doesn't love or care very much about Prime Minister Harper. I'm sure he's a wonderful man, but nobody calls him a great speaker because he's speaking much faster. His words are said individually much faster. When Obama says it's time for change, no longer can we have the kind of government that we had before. We need to change the way the government does its business. We want to trust people again. Again. Every word is said so slowly. So when you talk, try and say every word slowly. If you just speak more slowly, you might speak like this. Why doesn't he find his friend? I spoke slowly, but the words were not said slowly individually. So why doesn't he find his friend? Becomes, why doesn't he find his friend, whatever the words are. Every word that you say today is like this piece of wood. This is called a wedge. A wedge is a stick that is large on this side and goes to nothing here. So when you say a word, you need to hit, smash the beginning of every word. That's all you're going to focus on. Not the middle, not the end, only the beginning. When you apply force, you will push the word, you will give it power to push the word to have a long vowel. In this kind of speaking, you have no syllables. In this language of accent reduction, there are no syllables. In American English, there are no syllables. We don't say photograph. Photograph, that's 3 syllables. We go photograph. Cautious becomes cautious. So think of every word as a wedge. Focus only on the beginning position and whack the word. Every word that you say is like a tennis ball going over the net. What happens? You hit the ball and it travels a long distance. Then it's hit back to you, then you hit it again. The analogy is that when you say a word, you're going to say the word, you're going to take in air, and say the word again. You say the word, take in air, say the word, take in air, say the word. The length that this tennis ball travels is exactly the same as the length, the word that you say, or 2 words that you say, travel. Why don't we try to fix the problem? Why don't we try to fix the problem? This is not badminton. I didn't show you a badminton shuttlecock. I showed you a tennis ball because everything is slow and it takes a long period of time to hit a tennis ball and get the ball back, to say a word and take in air. I hope you can see the connection. Today, I want you to realize that you're going to speak 1, 2, or 3 words at a time. This is called speaking in clumps. You want to limit you're speaking to only 1 or 2 words at a time. Never more than 3, hardly even 3. Most of the day we'll be speaking 1 and 2 words at a time. This is called speaking in clumps. Look what happens if I do this sentence. Here's the sentence. If I knew why you did that. If I knew why you did that. If accent, if I knew why you did that, becomes if I knew why you did that. What did I do? I opened my mouth to different positions. For if, I went like this. If, for I, same position. I, for knew, that's actually a silent K, so the N is up there. Knew. Why. You. My tongue goes up behind my teeth for did. I can see above my teeth. Did. That. That's one word at a time. One more time. If I knew why you did that, becomes, if we put a couple of words together, becomes this. If I knew why you did that. I want to tell you about that sentence we just did. When you put words together in clumps, the first word of a clump has only a very short length, about 10%. The second is much longer, about 80%. The ratio is 20-80. Listen to how short I is and how short you is. Listen to how long knew is and how long did is. How about if I do it not the right way? If I make all the words equal. Listen. If I knew why you did that. It's not the way we speak. So we're going to make that first word, when we put 2 words together, much shorter. If I knew why you did that. What's the next slide say? Again, the ratio is 10-90 or 20-80. The first word is very much shorter. The second word is much longer. Come back to that in just a minute. Let's try the third line. What happens could we try to put 3 words together? So what's going to be? Open mouth. If I knew why you did that. That's the way I would say that sentence. If I knew why you did that. Can you do it? I don't care if you do. If you don't get those 3 words at the end correct, I don't care. I'd rather have you do only 2. Let's do it again. Ready? If I knew. Why? Why you did that. You did that. Let's try it together. I won't say anything. Let's do it together. Ready? If I knew why you did that. You will figure out how to clump your words, I promise you. Everybody who's done this figures out, you just start speaking 1 or 2 words, and then once in a while you can put 3 together. How about, here's a sentence. We know why it happened. Let's try that. We know why it happened. Happened was much longer than it, and know was much longer than we. Listen again. We know why it happened. How about it couldn't be right. Let's try that. It couldn't be right. Right was much longer, and couldn't was much more than it. Let's do it again. It couldn't be right. He will try and speak 1 or 2 words at a time. Let's try that. 1 word at a time would be he will try and speak 1 word or 2 at a time. Putting it together becomes he will try and speak 1 or 2 words at a time. Wow, at the end I did at a time. How many words? 3. But it says here, atta sounds like one word. Atta, A-T-A. So it's okay to put those 3 words together. So you'll clump all day. I'll teach you how to clump. If you use a thoughtful facial expression like this, you will be able to disguise that you're in position. If I go like this, why, them, finish, better, patient. Why, them, finish, better, patient. It's going to attract attention. But if I go like this, why, look at my squinting, them, finish, better, patient. If I have a look on my face, so no look, better, patient, it's hard to prepare yourself to say the words. So this is called speaking contemplatively. You give yourself a thoughtful look so you can be in position to say the words. Let's try it. Let's do why. Get your face ready. How about, let's do it old way. Why? Say it. Why? Better. Ready? Better. Finish. Finish. Patient. Better. Better. Patient. Patient. Let's try the new way. Ready? Why? Ready? Why? Look at my hand. Made that word so long. Ready? Why? How about them? Make it TH. Them. How about finish? Finish. How about better? Look. Better. Very thoughtful. Better. How about patient? Patient. Let's do it again. Ready for why? Why? Listen to what I did. Was it why? No. Why? I got intonation. How about them? Them. How about finish? Finish. How about better? Better. Patient. So when you use a thoughtful facial expression, making a face for each word before speaking, gives you time to establish your thought, pretend like you're thinking of what you're going to say. One of the reasons we love Obama is because it looks like he's thinking before he speaks. We need to have a total change in the way we're doing our government, whatever it is. All right, so use your face. Intonation. If you want to speak without your accent, that's wonderful. And once you accomplish that, you need to really try to get something called intonation, which is making your voice go high, high. Instead of speaking monotone, you need to make your voice go up in a lovely high way. Let's try these words. Basically, love, famous, yes. Let's do it old way. Basically, love, famous, yes. Do it again. Basically, love. Love, famous, famous, yes. But if I go like this, basically, love, famous, yes. Look how excited my face got. How about if I go like this? Put your hands like this, kind of both up like this. Relax. How about basically? Basically, how about love? Love. How do you express love? Ready? Put your tongue behind your top teeth. Push hard. Love. How about famous? Famous. How about yes? Yes. So there's a picture here of a man on a diving board. That diving board, if you've ever been on a diving board and you go into the pool, what happens? You put your toes around the edge of the board and you push off into the water. That's a lot of weight to push into the water. Well, when you say a word, you need to push every word out of your mouth. just like a man going into the pool. If you look on this sheet that I sent you, there's a picture of a man on a diving board. So you can push off to make these words powerful. That'll give you intonation. Instead of speaking monotone, you will have words that have intonation. There's a picture again of the little boy crawling. I hope you have decided that you can wait before you say a word. Wait 1 second, position, wait, say the word. So important to find the position, then wait. Hold the position. Then move your hand up, still holding the position. Bring your hand down and say the word only when your hand is back at 45 degrees. Wait that 1 second. I'm going to take just a second to go through all the alphabet positions. Any word that begins with A, E, I, O, U, you go like this. For B, M, and P, you close your lips. For C, K, and G, you open your mouth about 20%. For D, J, N, and T, open 10%. Put your tongue above your top teeth. For the F and V, for the H, for the L, for the R, S, and Y, and for the W, and for the TH. Those are your positions. We begin with A, E, I, O, U. So every word for the rest of your life that begins with A, E, I, O, U, you open your mouth to, it says, 60%. But you open 100. So just go 60. Relax, it says. Make a huh sound. Can you open your mouth and go, huh, huh? You make that sound, huh. That shows that you are relaxed. Air comes in, air goes out. It says, put a period at the end of each word. Your voice should go down. Here's some examples. Answer. Ending. In. Often. Under. In American English, in accent reduction, we don't have T's in the middle of our words. So it's not often, it's often. Say those words together. Open your mouth for answer. Answer. Open for ending. That's E-N-D-E-N-E. Sorry, E-N-D-I-N-G. Pronounced ending. Ready? Ending. Open for in, I-N. Ready? In. How about often? Often. How about under? Under. Would you try it old way? Answer, ending. Say it. In, often. Under. Good. Let's do it again. Open. Answer. Ending. Ending. In. In. Often. Often. Under. Under. Notice how I waited 1 second before I moved my hand. Here's a sentence. Any effort is often up. Any effort is often up. Let's do it. Any. Any. Ready for effort? Effort. Ready for is. Is. Ready for often. Often. Ready for up. Up. Any effort is often up. Say it. Old way. Let's do it again. Any effort is often up. Once you decide to put words together, how is this sentence going to be? Here's what it is. 2, 2, and 1. Any effort is often up. My mouth is not open very much. Remember, it's the first word is short, the second word is long. So it's not any effort, but any effort is often Up. You can't believe how important that hand is. Any effort is often up. That's it for those words that begin with A-E-I-O-U. That's all you have to do is open your mouth to 60%. Can you do this? Any effort? No. You have to open first. I'm very relaxed here. Any effort is often up. If I had a timer, it would probably take about 5 seconds. I'll time in just a minute. I want you to practice getting into position for these different words. And I want you to say the words exactly the way I'm saying these words. How about answer? Look at my face. Try to get the same face. Answer. Argue. Argue. Angry. Ready? Angry. Do it again. Angry. Relax and say always. Open. Always. How about accent? Open your mouth. Ack. Just ack. A-C-K. Or A-C. Ack. Scent. Ready? Accent. Open again. Accent. There's a K sound. You did those words beautifully. How about apple? Open your mouth. Apple. How about words that begin with E? East. Earth. Look at what I did on the TH. Earth. Elegant. Even. Evil. Let's do it again. Ready for east. East. Ready for earth. Earth. Ready for elegant. Elegant. How about even? Even. How about evil? Evil. Let's try words that begin with I. How about ice? Ice. How about I? I. How about idiot? Idiot. How about image? Image. How about innocent? Innocent. How about a little word like if? If. Let's go to the O's. Of. Of. How about off? Off. Opposite. Opposite. How about ordinary? Ordinary. How about out? Out. Let's do the U's. Couple of U's. Open your mouth. Under. Ready for under again? Under. Make a face. Ugly. Ugly. Ready? Ugly. So lots of words that begin with a vowel. Every time for the rest of your life, when you say a word that begins with a vowel, you open your mouth. 60 degrees. 60%. Out here. Any effort is often up. Look how much time I took to do that. You might decide to get a mirror, a small handheld mirror, and watch yourself. Open your mouth to A-E-I-O-U. Let's see what that looks like. Open your mouth to 100%. It's not very comfortable. So go to about 60%. Go to almost nothing. Okay, there's the L. Here's the DJ, N, and T. Here's the H. And here's the A-E-I-O-U. Okay? So let's move now to the B, M, and P. Letters B, M, and P. That means that every time you say a word for the rest of your life that begins with B, M, and P, you need to close your lips. Just like this. Take your mirror. Your lips must be totally, all the time, totally relaxed. Don't go like this. Don't do anything. No tension, nothing. Here are the words. Best. Start with your hand here, relax. As you bring your hand up, this is very hard not to open your mouth. So take that mirror if you want and really watch. Look what happens. Best. I never open my mouth. Some of you will go like this. You'll do it because you're not used to breathing through your nose. But don't let that happen. All right? So let's try best, mention, patient. For the patient, there's a little bit of a feel the air. For the B, no, best, best. No air, only in the P. I don't move my hand until I make sure I'm relaxed. I wait that 1 second and I go best. Look how long the word is. Best. Not best, but best. Ready for mention. Mention. Ready for patient. Patient. Totally relaxed. Here's the sentence. Banks make huge profits. Let's do it again. Put your lips together, really long ass sound for banks. Ready? Banks. Make sure you get that S. Some of you will have trouble making banks. You go bank. How about banks? S, s, s. Ready? Banks. Long A. Make. Not make, but make. Open your mouth. Huge. Close your lips. Profits. One more time. Banks make huge profits. Try to get that intonation. Let's do it again. Last time. Banks make huge profits. How do we put that sentence together? Anybody, any idea? How about banks make huge profits? That happens to be 1, 2, and 1. Banks make huge profits. Look how long it took for me to say it. Let me use my trusty stopwatch. See what happens. Ready? Banks make huge profits. 5.53. Almost 6 seconds. Let's see if I can do it again. You do it with me. Ready? Banks make huge profits. 5.88. I watched myself after I did each word and I could see myself totally relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the better this is going to be. Say it last time. Really see if your lips are relaxed. Banks make huge profits. Good job. That's what you do when you say a word that begins with B, M, and P. Let's try some of these words. Ready for best. Best. How about beautiful? Beautiful. Now, if you're a Cantonese or Mandarin speaker, especially Cantonese, you might have trouble with that L. O, L. Your tongue goes behind your top teeth. So it's beautiful. Don't go beautiful. Don't make a W instead of an L. Do it again for beautiful. Beautiful. How about blue? Close your lips. Now the L is the tongue behind the top teeth. And mouth almost closed. In this case, your mouth will be closed. And you'll make the B and the L at exactly the same time. Blue. Blue. How about book? Book. How about big? Big. How about bin? Bin. How about bank? Bank. How about, let's go to the M's, made. Long A, very hard for some of you. Made. Make this sound. Open your mouth. A. How do I do that? Look at my tongue. A. My tongue just kind of lays down, I think. So, made. Don't ever have your hand here. Don't ever start with your hand up here and go like this. You always start here and go sa. Once you make the commitment, that's the proper word. Once you're ready to say the word, your hand is here. You never stop. Let's finish, then I'll tell you a story. Let's go magic. Magic. Ready for make. Hard word for many of you. Long A. Relax your mouth. Make. Look at my ET finger. Make. Words going off my hand. How about maximum? Maximum. Look at that long word. Easy. Close your lips. Maximum. How about maximum? Maximum. That's hard. But close your lips. Maximum. How about medical? Medical. How about much? Much. My. My. Let's go to the P words. Page. Page. Paper. Paper. How about past? Past. How about peace? Relax. Peace. Play. Play. How about popular? Popular. Practice. Practice. Price. Price. Some of you may be familiar with the story about David and Goliath. David was a young shepherd boy in Israel, and the evil, mean giant Goliath came from the Philistine area into Israel to conquer Israel. And little David was a shepherd boy, and he picked up a stone, a little rock, and he put it in a sling, I guess like a scarf. And he put it in, and he went like this. And he threw the rock, and it hit Goliath in the temple and killed him. And he died. How did he do it? He didn't go like this. He didn't jerk it. He went. He never stopped. So if you go like this and stop, you're going to be like David. It's not going to work. Or you're not going to be like David. You need to have your hand here, rest in a rest position, be totally relaxed, and then don't stop. When you slap somebody, I presume you don't go. So try not to stop anytime you do this. Okay, that was the B, M, and P. Did a great job on that. Let's go to the C, K, and G. It says, when you say a word, any word that begins with C, K, or G, you need to make a guttural sound. That's a sound from the neck or the chest, somewhere around here. Cough. Everybody say cough. Cough. Okay? Cough. Your mouth is slightly open. 20%. Cough. I don't go, huh? I don't go, cough. I go, cough. There's, I guess, 20%. Comes from the neck or the chest like a coughing sound. Hard forcing out of air. There's quite a hard forcing out of air. Let's see these words. Can. Kick. Kick. Gone. Gone. Do it again. Can. Can. Ready for kick. Kick. Ready for gone. Gone. Here's the sentence. Cancer kills many great people. See what it sounds like. Ready for cancer. Cancer. Ready for kills. Kills. Get that Z. Do kills again. Kills. Close your lips for many. Many. Ready for great. Great. Close your lips for people. People. So what have we done there? We've gone cancer, kills, many, great people. We went back and forth between open mouth for the C, K, and G and closed lips for the for the M and the P. That's all you're going to be doing is changing your tongue and lip positions. Every word has a tongue and lip position, and exact tongue or lip positions. Let's do it again. Cancer kills. Kills many. Many. Great. Great. Close your lips. People. Try to think, how would you do that? Put those words together. See if you can figure it out. How would it be? Okay, there's probably one way to do it, and here's what it is. Cancer kills many great people. It's 1, 2, 2. Let's do it again. Ready? Cancer kills many great people. Great people. Let's listen to how short the first word in each clump is. Ready for cancer? No problem here. Cancer, but it's not kills many, it's kills many. Look how my hand only is there when I say the word. Ready? Kills many? Kills many. If you go kills many, you'll have trouble. You must concentrate on doing only, kills many. Great people, same thing. Make great very short. Great people. Do it again. Cancer. Kills many. Great people. In American English, when I started teaching this, I realized that as actors, we don't say great. We don't say at. We don't say want. In American, we have very short, soft T's at the end of words. And that's probably the reason. Instead of going great people, which sounds weird, we almost don't say the T in great. Great people. Do it again, open mouth. Great people. Let me time it. See how long it takes for me to say that sentence. Why am I timing it? Because I want to take a long time to say these words, not short. Cancer. Kills many. Great people. Very sad. Almost 6 seconds. Let me do it again. See if I can do it in 6. I'm not talking about going to a soccer game. I'm talking about cancer killing great people. It's very sad. I would say it slowly. Ready? And I go, cancer kills many great people. 5.63. So between 5 and 6 seconds, both times. You see that? 5.63 seconds. I took my time to say that. I didn't try to rush. If I did this, look, cancer kills many great people. That's a pretty easy sentence because I have no real positions. The C, K, and G are easy. All I do is open my mouth. But if you're saying to yourself, you know, this is too slow, listen to what happens when I try to take, once I learn how to do this, take much less time in between the clumps. I'll do it, call it old way at the moment. Ready? Cancer kills many great people. But after a while, when I get good at it, I can do this. Cancer kills many great people. I haven't changed anything about the structure of each of the words. All I've done is shorten the time in between the clumps. And that's really important. That will help you not speed up really fast, but speed up enough where you sound very, very relaxed and very natural, very much like a native speaker. Let's try some of these words. Can. Can. How about cow? Cow gives milk. How about compass? Compass. Cancer? Cancer. How about cautious? Cautious. Come. Come. Criticize. Criticize. Citrus. Citrus. How about kick? Ready for the K's. Just relax, mouth open just a bit. Kick. Kitchen. Kitchen. Key. Key. Keep. Keep. Make that long E. E, E, E. Keep. Not kip, but keep. How about kill? Kill. Look at my tongue. Kill. Kind. Kind. Jackie Chan had a little bit of trouble with that sound, so you can get that D up there. Kind. Goes above the teeth. Kind. How about king? King. How about go? Let's do the G's. Ready for go? Go. Now when you say go, there's a W at the end of that word. Go. Same thing for no. No. How about so? Same thing. So. Right? How about gone? Gone. Make that N. Gone. God. How about God again? God. How about give? Give. How about grammar? Grammar. How about grand? Grand. Gawking. Gawking. How about ground? Ground. That's all you need to do for the C, K, and G. So what do? We did mouth open for A, E, I, O, U. We close our lips for B, M, and P. We open our mouth about this much for the C, K, and G. I think 15 to 20%. Next letters, D, J, N, and T. D, J, N, and T. Those 4 letters are done by putting the tongue up at 45 degrees. That's 45 degrees. That means the tip of your tongue is going up above your teeth, up there, 45 degrees. And your mouth is very relaxed and almost closed. Your mouth is open 10%. Let's see what it says here. Tip of tongue at 45 degrees. Hold it there. Make sure it's making contact with your palate. So if your teeth are there, so there's where it goes up there. Okay? So your teeth are there. Here's your teeth. And it goes up there. So your tongue goes up there. Hold it there and relax. I hope you don't need to see a picture. Just take the tip of your tongue and move it up. And close your mouth. Almost. Hold it, excuse me, hold it there and relax. Your mouth is open slightly, about 10% only. Air comes in, air goes out. Minimum mouth movement. Minimum mouth movement. That means that when you do words like just, don't do this. Don't do to by going. You never use your mouth in this way of speaking. You never go. The only thing is the W. You go. Otherwise, you never go. Whatever it is. Don't use your mouth. I'll correct you if you. I'll show you some words that you try to not move your mouth. It really, really helps. Okay, let's try these words. The words are duck, justice, nice, time. Ready for duck? Get your tongue up there. Duck. Ready for justice. Don't do anything with your mouth. Justice. Ready for nice. Nice. Ready for time. Time. Look how long that word is. Time. So good. Nice and long. Let's do it again. Not duck, but nice long sound. Ready? Duck. Justice. Ready for nice. Nice. Ready for time. Time. I want you to really watch my mouth. See if I move it at all as I say each of these words. Duck. Justice. Nice. Time. I never went nothing with my mouth. You do the same thing. All right? Here's a sentence. Does John never ever get tired? Does John never ever get tired? Let's see what the positions are. Ready for does. Does. John again. John. Ready for never. Never. Open your mouth for ever. Remember, we open our mouth about this amount when we do a vowel. Ever. But we just did the G. It's only open this much. Get. Get your tongue back up there for tired. Let's do it again. Does John never ever get tired? One word at a time. Ready? Does. Look at my hand. John. Ready for never. Never. Open your mouth for ever. Ever. Ready for get. Get. Ready for tired. Tired. If you're having trouble with ever, we'll talk about it when we get to the R's, but here's what happens. Ever. Ever. My tongue moved to the back of my mouth. Try this. Take your hand and go ever, like an EKG. Ready? Ever. So you can keep the air coming out. That'll help you. Meanwhile, your tongue is moving to the back of your mouth. Ever. Ever. Cut it off. Ever. That'll help you with the R's when we get to the R's. How do we put these together? What do you think it is? How do you say, does John never ever get tired? Together becomes, does John never ever get tired? 2, 2, and 2. Let's make does very short, never very short, and get very short. Ready? Does John? Does John. Not does John. It'd be too hard. So we make it short. Does John never ever get tired? Get tired. I'll do it myself. Listen. See how long it takes to do it. I'll bet 7 seconds. Ready? Does John never ever get tired? Almost 6 seconds. 5.6. 5.63 seconds. I'll do it again. See if I can get exactly the same. Does John never ever get tired? 5.40, so just a little faster. If I do it, let's say in a couple of weeks, I'm getting very good at this, I might be able to do it this way. Does John never ever get tired? Only 4 seconds. So you'll be able to speed it up. Let's go with the D words. Let's try these words. Doesn't. Doesn't. How about does? Does. How about dance? Dance. How about dark? Dark. See if you can listen to me and try to get exactly the same intonation. Let's start with dark. Dark. Do it again. Dark. How about death? I'm going to end up here. Death. Can you keep it there? Death. Good. Do it again. Death. How about distance? Distance. How about down? Down. That's a very hard word for most of you Cantonese and Mandarin speakers. What are the positions there? We just did the D and the N, so it's down. It's D, dow, make a W, down. And you have to get your tongue up there for the N. Down. Down. Practice that. That's a hard word. How about dry? Get a D? Dry. How about just? Let's do the J's. Just. How about jazz? Jazz. How about jerk? Jerk. How about John? John. Journey? Journey. Juicy? Juicy. Jump? Jump. Nail. Do the N? Nail on the finger? Nail. How about neat? Neat. How about neither? Neither. Neither? I don't know. Let's try neither. Neither. Night? Night. I must have the tongue. Can I go night? No. Must have the N first. Night. If I go night, doesn't work. Must be there first. Night. Ready for normal. Normal. Nothing? Nothing. Do it again. Nothing. How about nose? Nose. How about nurse? Nurse. Good N words. Let's try the T words. Ready for table? Table. Do it again. Table. How about taken? Taken. Talk? Talk. Temperature? Temperature. Long word, easy. Temperature. How about terrible? Terrible. Do it again. Terrible. How about tried? Tried. Type? Type. Today? Today. Good job on the D, J, N's, and T. How about F and V? Every time you say a word that begins with F and V, you have to do this. And that is put your top teeth on your bottom lip. No good. So if I relax my bottom lip, I just go down, there's where it's going to be, and stay. It has to stay there. Find the exact comfortable position. So if you're like this, it's not comfortable, so be comfortable. Show some teeth. You have to show some teeth. When I was in the Philippines teaching this letter, and the students would go like this. Philippines. Philippines. They had a lot of difficulty keeping their lips apart. Philippines. Philippines. Your teeth go down. You don't go like this. You don't put your bottom lip up to get the teeth. You just put your top teeth down. Okay? Here are the words. Fast, famous, very visitor. Let's get ready for fast. Fast. Ready for famous. Famous. Ready for very. Very. Ready for visitor. Visitor. Just great. Do it again. Fast. Fast. Ready for famous. Famous. Ready for very. Very. Ready for visitor. Visitor. You've done enough letters that I'd like you to think about doing something now all the time. Because we're doing all the same positions, as soon as I finish saying the first word, I want you to get into position right away for the next word. You don't maybe know what it is, but see if you can get in there and just be ready for it. You won't go there after a second, you'll go there right away. Look what I'm doing. Fast, famous, very, visitor. Look right after I said each word. Look how quickly I make the position. Watch again. Fast, famous, very, visitor. Try some words. Ready for face. Face. Feed. Feed. Make the F right away. Favorite. Listen. Favorite. Ready for friend. Make the F. Friend. Ready for foreign. Make an F. Foreign. How about false? Make an F. False. How about fiction? Fiction. Ready for father. Father. Look at my tongue. Father. Father. Let's do V words. You get that V right away. Right after I've said the word, you get ready right away. You don't know what the word is, but be ready right away. Ready for view. View. Valuable. Do valuable again. Valuable. Very. Get ready for very. Very. Get ready for visitor. Visitor. How about voice? Voice. How about volume? Volume. Video? Video. How about vowel? Vowel. Really good. Let's do this sentence. 5 famous fellows visited beautiful Vancouver. 5. 5. Ready for famous. Famous. Ready for fellows. Fellows. Visited. Visited. Beautiful. Beautiful. Vancouver. Vancouver. Last one. I can be very fast. I can be very fast. Look how quickly I went to the V and the F. Watch. I can be very fast. I want to move my hand till I've gotten into position and waited 1 second. How do we put them together? I can be very fast. If I time myself, I'm going to take much more time before I say very compared to the way I said can be. Listen. I can be very fast. I want to get into the position, relax, relax, and then say the word. Look how long, again, it takes before I say very, right? Listen. I can be very fast. If I timed it, it would probably be about 6 seconds. I can be very fast. You try that. Ready? Very fast. We finished A, E, I, O, U, B, M, and P, C, K, and G, D, J, N, and T, and F and V. Let's take a break from the alphabet letters. Let's look at how do we put words together. If we say 2 words at a time, he was, she is, it happened. You just get into position for the first word and you just say both words and you won't have an accent. I'm going to read these words very fast and I don't have an accent, but I'm going to read them so fast that I'm not going to think about any positions. If you have a list of these words, you do on your sheet, read them really fast and just realize that when you read them fast, you're not getting into any kind of a position. Okay, let me read them really fast. Should answer, be early, even if. Can open, looked under. Hasn't been, do more, was patient. I can, carefully kick, she's gone. Likes doing, if just never. Takes time, not fast, for value. Just read them real fast. No accent. Wow, how did I do that? But look what happens if we put them together 2 words at a time. All I have to go is like this. Should answer. And answer has no accent. You try it. Ready? Should answer. Should answer. How about be early? Close your lips. Be early. I hope this will act as a bit of a review. You'll remember what to do with your first word positions. Do be early again. Close your lips. Be early. How about even if? Open your mouth. Remember, even is like this. Even if. Even if? No. Even if. How about can open? What's can? About this much. Can open. Can open again. Ready? Can open. How about looked under? Put your tongue under your top teeth. Almost close your mouth. Looked under. I'm not doing this. I'm doing nothing. Looked under. Do it again. Looked under. Hasn't been. Ready? Hasn't been. Look at my lips come together to make the B. Hasn't been. It's not been. In this language, we don't say been, we say been. Ready? Open mouth. Hasn't been. Notice my hand was only hasn't been. Hasn't been. Didn't say it here. Hasn't been. Hasn't been. Do more. Put the tongue at 45 for the D. Do more. Do more. So you can get that. Do more. Do more. I'll help you with the R later. Not was patient. It's too hard. It's too long. Let's make it short. Only 10 or 20%. Ready for was patient. Ready? Was patient. Do it again. Make your W. Was patient. I want you to take a clean pen or a straw, and I want you to put it in your mouth like this. If I relax, I take it away. Was patient. Look at the little hole I made. So small. Was patient. Try to do that. Was patient, or just make a little W. Was patient. That hole is so important. How about I can? Open your mouth. I can. How about carefully kicks? Carefully kicks. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. And make that N. She's gone. How about like stewing? Make an L. Like stewing. Get that D. Like stewing. That's why you need to wait. Like stewing. Think what you're going to do. So you hold your hand like this. Get ready for the L, but you have to think, what are you going to do with the D? So take that second to make sure your hand doesn't move. Ready for like stewing? Like stewing. Good. If just. Open your mouth for I. If just. Ready? If just. Just never? Just never. Do it again. Just never. It's not just never, it's just never. Just is so small. Takes time. Ready? Takes time. Not fast? Not fast. Ready again? Not fast. How about for value? Make an F. For value. Do it again. For value. I've done this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times with classes. And almost every time people do this, two words together, they never have an accent. It's amazing how that accent goes away on the first and second word. Even the second word, it goes away when you make a perfect position. Okay, that was saying two words at a time. How about if we are in a situation and we have to speak on the phone and we go, I should answer his question. Look at my mouth on answer. Look. I should answer his question. So every time you have a word that's the second word, you need to get into that position if you're speaking 1 + 1 word. All right, let's see what I mean here. Should answer. Let's do it again. Everybody ready? Should answer. How about be early? Close your lips. Be, open mouth. Early. Do it again. Close your lips. Be early. How about even if? Open your mouth. Even if. So if I was talking, I would go even if. Do it again. Ready? Even if. How about can open? Can open. Look at the difference between can and open. Huge difference. Can open. Looked under. Ready? Looked under. How about hasn't been? Hasn't been. Don't say been, say been. Again. Hasn't been. Do more. Tongue at 45. Do more. Do it again. Do more. Notice when I went do, I made a little W. Do. Do? No. Do more. Was patient? Was patient. Do was again. Was patient. W-A-S is actually said, for some of you who have difficulty, W-U-Z. Was. I can. Do it again. Open your mouth. I can. Carefully kicks. Carefully kicks. Do it again. Carefully kicks. She's gone. She's gone. Do it again. She's gone. Likes doing. Likes doing. Do it again. Likes doing. If just. If just. Do it again. Sorry, just never. Let's go to just. Just never. Two positions like this. Just never. Remember, when you say just, your tongue is there. But when you finish saying just, your tongue goes away. So you have to put it back up there for never. Let's do that. Get it up there. Just never. Good. Takes time. Takes time. Ready? Takes time. It takes time. Do it. Ready? It. It takes time. How about it takes time? Try it. It takes time. As soon as you're there and you relax, you can say the word. Two more. Ready for not and fast. Ready? Not fast. Do it again. Not fast. How about for value? For value. What did my tongue do for four? For. For. It's up there. For. Or. It lifts up. Good job. What does it say here? In review, you can say two words at once, or you can say one word, and then say the next word. But before you say the first word, get into position. Then after you have said that word, get immediately into position for the second word. Wait a second before you say that second word. Pick any one of these. Hasn't been. We took a second before we said it. Getting into position for words. Get into position for the first word. Take in air. Force out word. Force out air. Say the word. Do it seamlessly, without any pauses, I guess. So at the end of each word, you move immediately to the position for the next word. That's what I said a few minutes ago. It's really important that you, whatever position you're in, you say the word, and then right away, you're thinking ahead, get into the position for the word that comes after. So, how about we finish after work? We will finish after work. We will finish after work. Do it again. We will finish after work. Ready? We will finish after work. Let's put it together. We will finish after work. Do it again. We will finish after work. Notice I had to wait longer because it took me more time to open my mouth. I'll read this again. Do it seamlessly, so at the end of each word, you move immediately to the position for the next word. But you do not say the word immediately until you have relaxed, taken in air, and then you can say it. When finished, get into the mouth position for the next word. Hold it, take in air, force out air, repeat the process over and over. So what it really means is, you say a word, right after that you go right away into the position for the next word. Don't go like this. We don't mention his name. We don't mention his name. That's the end to part 4. Part 5. Just before we begin part 5, which are the second batch of alphabet letters, if you have your mirror, look at yourself and go, here's your A, E, I, O, U. Here's your B, M, and P. Here's your C, K, and G. Here's your D, J, N, and T. Mouth almost closed. Here's the F and V. So now we're going to do the H, about like this. The L is mouth almost closed, 5% only open. The R, S, and Y is, and the W is. Okay, so use your mirror if that will help you see the positions. So part 5, the second batch of alphabet positions. H is an easy position. Just like I think C, K, and G was easy, so is H. There are 3 easy ones. R, S, and Y is also easy. So C, K, and G is easy. H is easy. How easy is it? All you have to do is open your mouth, like doing A, E, I, O, U, but not as wide. Only 40%. Here's A, E, I, O, U. Here's H. Okay, very gently force out air. You're open 40%. Here are the words. Hate, handsome, have. Ready? Hate. Ready for handsome? Handsome. Ready for have. Have. Make that V. Have. Let's do it again. Hate. Hate. Ready for handsome? Handsome. Ready for have. Have. Here it is. He hasn't had much happiness. He hasn't had. Before we do that, let's do these words. Ready for have. Have. How about hair? Hair. How about habit? Habit. Here comes heat. Heat. Hockey. Hockey. How about home? Home. What do I do for my mouth? Home. How about hospital? Hospital. Do it again. Hospital. Feel that H. How about house? House. House. No? House. What's the sentence? He hasn't had much happiness. See how long it takes me to do that one word at a time. Ready? He hasn't had much happiness. Almost 8 seconds, 7.68 seconds. I'm kind of sad about that. I'm thinking of somebody who's very sad. Let's see how long it actually takes me to say this sentence. He hasn't had much happiness. 7.94, pretty close. How do we put it together? He hasn't had much happiness. How long does that take? Let's see. Ready? He hasn't had much happiness. 5.72. Let's see if I do it at the same time again. Ready? He hasn't had much happiness. Let that go a little longer, but I know we did it about the right time. So look what happens when I close my lips for much. It takes a little more time before I say the word because I'm closing my lips. Look, he hasn't had much happiness. So you need to take more time, and after you close your lips, wait a little longer. Let your lips settle before you say the word much. Watch what I'm doing. He hasn't had much happiness. Some of you might go, he hasn't have. Make sure you do the D. He hasn't had had much happiness. Good. There's the H. Easy. The L is a little harder. The tip of your tongue goes to about 30 degrees. Position is behind the top teeth, where the teeth meet the gum. So the mouth is almost closed, about 5%. So real relaxed. Put your tongue behind your top teeth and almost close your mouth. Ready for lucky. Lucky. Ready for love. Love. Look at that V. Love. Ready for lie. Lie. Ready for long. Long live beautiful love. Ready? Long live beautiful love. Remember we talked about getting into the position right away? Let's see how I do it on this word. Ready? Long live beautiful, I'm already there, love. I was actually there for the L for beautiful, so I could keep it there for love. Let's see how that works. Ready? Long live beautiful love. I kept it there for love. Good. I don't want to put long live beautiful love in clumps. It should stay where it is. Let's do these L words. Ready for lamp. Lamp. Ready for language. Language. How about large? Large. How about last? Last. How about library? Library. How about like? Like. How about loud? Loud. How about line? Line. Long word. Ready? Line. Good. That's the L. For the RS and Y, when you say words that begin with RS and Y, you need to relax your mouth totally. And each of these words should have like a lead-in. It's a long beginning. So when you say ran, sen, yes, years, it's not ran, but ran. Sen becomes send. Yes becomes yes. Years becomes years. Let's do it again. Ran, ran. Send, send. Yes, yes. Years, years. There's a ye. Look at my mouth. Years. So it's called a lead-in, a long beginning. Ye. Your mouth is totally relaxed and slightly open. Almost have your mouth fall asleep. Really be relaxed. Tongue is sometimes goes to the back of your mouth when you say some of these words. Let's see these words. Ready for rain. Rain. Ready for recent. Recent. Ready for road. Road. Ready for ruin. Ruin. Reasonable. Reasonable. Recognize. Recognize. Read. Read. How about saw? Ready? Saw. Seen. Seen. Seven. Seven. Spit. 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 Ready for scale. Scale. Schedule. Schedule. Score. Score. Science. Science. How about yes? Yes. How about yellow? Yellow. Yesterday. Yesterday. Yard. Yard. Yield. Yield. Year. Year. Young. Young. Yours. Yours. So just stay before you say the word. In Canada, we don't say yes very often. We say yeah, because to go yes requires yes. 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 Relax your mouth. You don't need to go just simply yes. At the end of the day, you're going to say, my name is Lou, and I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 7 years ago. You go 7 years ago, I hear your accent. If you go 7 years ago, every time you say years, get that yeah. Give it a long, long push. Ready? 7 years ago. All right, how about R at the end of a word? What happens when you try to put R at the end of a word? Far. Car. Look how my tongue goes up. War. Car. How about the letter R? Look. R. My tongue goes up at the very last moment. Let's read about it. Your mouth is slightly open and totally relaxed. Can you go R-ra? Look what happens when I go A-R-R-R-A. Look. R-ra. R-ra. That's what you want to do. At the end, after you go R, your lips are very tight over your teeth. R. Very tight. R. Look at the weird face I make. R. Like I'm growling. Grr. At the end, the lips are stretched over the top teeth very tight, and the tongue goes to the back of the mouth. What you want to do is this. Ah. Look, my tongue doesn't move. Open your mouth. How do you spell R? It's A-R-E. Or R is A-R-E. So let's get that vowel opening. Ready? Ah. Ah. Now what you want to do is do this. R. As soon as I bring my hand back, I'm going to bring my tongue up. Try to do it. Look. R. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. Watch. R. Do it again. R. Don't bring it up before. Ready? One more time. R. You did it. Car. Now how about if we cut it off? R. R. Car. All right, you did it. If you didn't get it, actually, how about this? There are 2 blasts of air for the final R sound. It's like a stone hitting the water and taking 2 more hops. If you've ever taken a stone, thrown it in the water on a smooth lake, and it goes, it jumps, skips. So you want to go R, R. Take your hand and go R. Move it to the side like an EKG in a hospital. R. Meanwhile, my tongue is moving up. R. R. Let's try another way. R. Do it again. R. How about if we go, instead of R, I'm just going to go R. Look. 2 R's and then just an R. Look what I'm doing. R. R. I put them together. R. I didn't do A. Let's do R, R, R. Ready? R. 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 Another way to do it is this. Here's an I, and here's the dot on the top of the I. See if we can hit the I in the middle, and then pop the top. Let's see what that looks like. R. Hit it in the middle. R. And poke my eye. Let's see if I can poke my eye. Ready? R. Off to the side here. I'm going to poke it right there. Okay? R. Look at my tongue. R. Hopefully you can do it. R. Let your tongue go to the back of your mouth. Look at my hand. R. R. So you push it like this, then you turn it and bring your hand back. Do it again. R. We are. Do it again. We are. Hope you did it. She was far away is a sentence. Do it. She was far away. Look at it. That F helps me get the R. Far. If I go fa, fa. Don't make the contact. Fa. No. Pushing pretty hard. Far. So when you do the F, I forgot to tell you this. When you do the F, when your teeth come down, they'll either be on the top of your bottom lip, or a little bit to the front, or a little bit to the back. Okay, but you need, when you make an R, you need to make that F. Far. Far. Fa. Fa. Far. Okay, hope that helps. Hope you can do an R. I've been teaching this for a long time, and it's very exciting to be in a classroom and have almost everybody in the classroom say for the first time, R. R. The word obviously occurs so often in so many words. Last letter is the W. One more time. Put it in there. It says make a round kissing position. A small round hole in the middle. Keep the lips in close, not far out. Don't go, just keep them very in. Keep the lips in close, not far out. Move gently from the W to the vowel. What does this mean? When you go Y, you want to go Y. Very gently from the W to the vowel. How about want? Want. Do it again. Want. How about word? Word. How about work? Work. How about world? What do we do? World. So it goes about the same area. World. World. How about when? When. How to do for the end? When. Ready for will? Will. Ready for we? We. Ready for ever? Open your mouth. Ever. Ready for when? When. How about when will we ever win? Let's try that. 1, 2, and 2. Ready? When will we ever win? Ever win. Do it again. Ready? When will we ever win? How about 1, 3, and 1? Here's a hard one. When will we ever win? Do you think you can get it? It's the first time we've done 3 words all day. Ready? When will we ever win? If you did it, that's great. So every time you say a word that begins with a W, make that little hole and wait. And then go very gently into the word that follows. Let's try these words. Watch, watch. How about wait? Wait. How about well? Well. What? What. There's no H there, just what. You don't go what. You simply what. Ready for window? Window. How about word? Word. How about with? With. With. Will. Will. Good job. That's the end to part 5. Part 6 says some additional information. Let's do these words. He hasn't. Ready? Open your mouth. He hasn't. How about lives longer? Lives longer becomes lives longer. How about often rains? Often rains. How about never seems possible? Ready? Make the N. Never seems, close your lips, possible. Do it again. Never seems possible. How about that yes? That yes. That yes. How about hasn't won anything? Hasn't won anything. You couldn't go hasn't won anything, too many words. So break it up. Hasn't won anything. Visits the zoo. Ready? Visits the zoo. We just did those words together. How about if we pause after each word? He hasn't. Lives longer. Do he hasn't? Ready? He hasn't. How about lives, pause longer? Lives longer. Could you see my tongue go there? Do it again. Look. Lives longer. Often rains. Often rains. Never seems possible. Ready? Never seems possible. How about, let's do it 1, 1, 1. Ready? Never seems possible. That, yes. Do it again. That, yes. Hasn't won anything. I moved my hand too fast. Ready? Hasn't won anything. Visits the zoo. Do it again. Visits the zoo. It says get into position for the first word. Say it. When finished, get immediately to the next word's position. Said that a couple of times. Try to really get that working for you. Okay? How about words that begin with TH? It's really the 10th letter. A, E, I, O, U, B, M, and P, C, K, and G, D, J, N, and T, F, and V, H, L, R, S, Y, and W. So TH is the 10th word. What do? You put your tongue under your top teeth and you relax your mouth. Here's some TH words. That, them, they, think, thought, there, this, throw. You do it with me. Let's start with that. Ready? Totally relax. Tip of your tongue under your top teeth, sticking out just a bit. If it goes behind, it'll make a D sound. Dat, zat. So you have to go, ready for that. That, ready for them. Them, ready for they. Wait. They, look at my hand, ready for think. Think, do it again. Think, ready for thought. Thought, ready? Thought, how about there? There, how about this? This, how about throw? Throw, how about the word three? That's hard for some of you. Re, three. Three, as long as my tongue is touching my bottom teeth, okay, or my top teeth. Let's do these sentences. I know that it happened. Ready? I know that it happened. Do it again. Ready? I know that it happened. If I time it, that takes a long time. Let's see what happens. Ready? I know that it happened. 5 seconds? Almost 5 seconds. 4.44 seconds. Take time to do it. Them. Saw them leaving. You do it. Ready? Saw them leaving. They. How about no? I know they, or we know they did it. Ready? We know they did it. Do it again. We know they did it. How about think? She thinks that it happened. She thinks that it happened. No, let's do it. She thinks that it happened. Ready? She thinks that it happened. Do it again. She thinks that it happened. Good. How about we thought about it? We thought about it. Do it again. We thought about it. How about was there yesterday? Was there yesterday. Do it again. Was there yesterday. I know this happened. Ready? I know this happened. Do it again. I know this happened. Take a little more time before you say this. Do it again. I know this happened. Why did I do that? Because I want to stop myself from saying the word too fast. Don't throw anything away. Ready? Don't throw anything away. Again. Don't throw anything away. Really good. So you've just done words that begin with TH. Let's look at words that have TH at the end of a word. Just put your tongue under the top teeth. After you say these words, say each word slowly. So it becomes with. How about both? Both. Both. How about month? Month. How about death? Death. Let's do this sentence. Give him soup with crackers. Give him soup with crackers. Do it again. Give him soup with crackers. Can we put it together? Give him soup with crackers. Do it again. Give him soup with crackers. Why can you put three words together? Give him soup. Because him and soup they're called easy positions. They don't require any difficult positions. So you can put them together. Give him soup with crackers. Give him soup with crackers. How about both? I will use both cars today. I will use both cars today. today. Ready? I will, how about I will use? I will use both cars today. One more last time. I will use both cars today. Month. What month does he leave? Ready? What month does he leave? Again. What month does he leave? Good. They were sad over his death. They were sad over his death. His death. They were sad over his death. Good. How about instead of th to say words like that and them and they and think, how about we use th to say the? But in accent reduction, in American English and accent reduction, we don't say the word the. We make it a contraction. It's a th apostrophe only, no a sound. So listen to the way I'm saying all these words. The guy, the reason, the sun. You didn't hear the sun, you heard the sun. The way, the best, the yellow, the men, the past, the first, the dog, the night, the jury, the type, the last. All those words have th in front of them. So let's try to use this in a sentence. I saw the guy running. Do it. I saw the guy running. How about it was the best time? It was the best time. I'm sorry, wrong one. Let's go the reason. Was the reason why. Or I knew the reason why. I knew the reason why. Do it again. I knew the reason why. How about I felt the sun's heat. Ready? I felt the sun's heat. Do it again. I felt the sun's heat. How about I know the way it happened? I know the way it happened. Do it again. I know the way it happened. Look how quickly I made to the. I know the way it happened. It was the best ice cream. It was the best ice cream. Do it again. It was the best ice cream. How about the yellow? I like the yellow color. Do it again. I like the yellow color. I heard the men working. I heard the men working. Do it again. I heard the men working. It was the past that mattered. It was the past that mattered. It was the past that mattered. It was the first time. It was the first time. Look what my tongue went. It was the first time. I heard the dog barking. I heard the dog barking. What did my tongue do? From here it went up to the D. I heard the dog barking. It was the night after. It was the night after. Always here. And you have to think about the word that follows, the position of the next word. It was the night that followed. I heard the jury's remarks. I heard the jury's remarks. Ready? I heard the jury's remarks. It was the type of meat. It was the type of meat. Ready? It was the type of meat. It was the last movie. It was the last movie. What happened? It was the last movie. My tongue goes from here to behind my teeth. It was the last movie. Did great. So what happens? When you are in position, sometimes you don't have to think about any position for the word that follows because the words are C, K, and G, H, or R, S, and Y. When you have the letters C, K, and G, H, and R, S, and Y, You don't have to worry very much about what the position is. If I said, I heard the guy, or if just go, the guy, easy. But if I say the dead, I have to go like this. The dead. How about the first? The first. So when you're here, you don't have to worry about anything. All you have to do is think about what's my next position. It was the first. It was the first time. Again, it was the first time. Okay, good job on all those words that have TH in front of them for the word the. How about if a word, instead of the, and then there's a consonant, there's a vowel. Words like apple and egg and image and open and umbrella. So we have to use the word the, T-H-E-E. I ate the apple yesterday. Do it. I ate the apple yesterday. I don't like the egg. Do it. I don't like the egg. I saw the image clearly. Ready? I saw the image. Not the image, but the image. I saw the image clearly. Do it again. I saw the image clearly. How about I saw the open door? I saw the open door. Do it again. I saw the open door. I used the umbrella yesterday. Do it. I used the umbrella yesterday. Really good. So we've done with, the guy, the apple. For some of you who are actors and you use this DVD, I want to go through some of these words for you and also for everybody. These are sort of difficult words that I'd like to bring to your attention. When you say the word to, don't say t, say to, like the number 2. Ready? To. Look at my little w. To. How about for? F-O-R is not fur, it's for. Make it F. For. When you say ing at the end of words, ing, the sound is not ing, it's een. Doing. Running. Having. Let's get ready to do that. Ready? Doing. Running. Having. How about the word about? About. Look at how my lips come together. About. Very strong word. Thinking about what happened. Do it. Thinking about what happened. How about the word out? Open your mouth. We just did it before. Out. Make it hard and strong. Out. Don't go out, but out. Open your mouth. How about just? J-U-S-T. Sometimes it's just, but we want to go just. Make it a long word. Just. Not again, but again. Again. Say it. Again. How about not been, but been? Been. Ready? Close your lips. Been. How about from? Not from real fast, but from. F-R-O-M. F-R-U-M actually is the way it's spelled. Leaving from the airport. Ready? Leaving from the airport. That. Not that, knew that, but it becomes knew that. That. Look how the word goes up. That. O-U-R is not R, it's our. Our. It's our opportunity. Can, C-A-N, is can. Ready? Can. How about was? Was. Not was, but it was. It was. Today. It's a very hard word for Vancouver actors to say. Not today, but today. Get the T up there. Make the 2 short. Make the day much longer. Today. Ready? Today. After today, it's over. After today, it's over. So, go, no, and to. All have little W's at the end. So, go, no, to. All have little W's. How about not? N-O-T is not. Sorry in American is sorry. In Canadian, it's sorry. So how about say, I'm sorry it happened. Ready? I'm sorry it happened. Not your, but your. Y-O-R is for your. Don't Not don't, I don't know. No, I don't. Make that D. Don't. Like. L-I-K. Make a long I. Like. Not like, I like. Like. Very long I. Like. How about not mum, but mom? Close your lips. Mom. And T's at the end of words, or even in the middle, are almost silent. Okay? Hopefully that helps you as an actor, or if you ever want to be an actor. On this DVD, there are going to be 5 sentences. I'm going to speak each sentence, say the sentence, and then I'm going to break it down and do one word at a time. Then I'm going to put 2 words together, and I might at some point put 3 words together. I hope this will help you so you'll be able to do it yourself. Here's the first sentence. My friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. This is about, I moved back to Vancouver in 1993, and my friend came up to visit me a few months later, and I picked him up at the airport. I have a red convertible. I think it was a yellow one back then. I picked him up, and the top was down. It was a beautiful summer day in Vancouver. He looked out at the blue sky and the clouds, and he said, Andy, you're the luckiest guy in the world to live in this beautiful city. It's so clean, and I just left L.A. It was hot and smoggy, probably 30 degrees, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so hot. He had never actually been outside of Los Angeles, and he was really quite amazed at how beautiful Vancouver was. Here's what he said, or here's what I remember about that time. My friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful, talking about Vancouver. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. So we can do that one word at a time. Close your lips. My, ready for friend. Friend, ready for sat. Open your mouth a bit. Sat, make the T. Sat. There, ready? There, ready for looking. Looking, open your mouth. Out, ready for out? Out, ready for the window? The window. Do it again, ready? The window. At, the incredible. The incredible. Close your lips. Blue, blue, ready for sky. Sky. So it's my friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. You're telling a friend, my friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. Let's see if we can put those words together. My friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. We started to put words together. Let's see if we can do it. My friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. My friend sat there, looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. Look what happens when you think you're ready to talk normally. You just lessen the time in between the clumps, nothing else. You don't need to do anything. Keep everything the way it was. Take your time, position, long words, long vowels, but simply take less time in between the clumps. Here's the next sentence. He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful. He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful. How do we put these together? He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful. Let's do that together. He had been brought up in Los Angeles Los Angeles, and never, remembered, seen, anything, open mouth, as beautiful. Ready? Open mouth, as beautiful. Do it again. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. I started to put on that third sentence lots of words together, 3 words together. Do it together. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. If I did it one word at a time, he turned to me with a look on his face, or his face, that I will never forget. Becomes he turned to me. Start again. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. Let's do it. There are a couple of 3s there. Let's do it together. Ready? He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. You try it yourself. Turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. That's the first sentence. Really good. My friend sat there looking out the window at the incredible blue sky. He had been brought up in Los Angeles and never remembered seeing anything as beautiful. He turned to me with a look on his face that I will never forget. Good job on sentence 1. Sentence 2. The police were chasing this car down the highway. The police were chasing this car that was zooming down the highway at over 120 k's an hour. Their sirens were screaming. I almost didn't have time to get out of the way. It seems to me that there must be a better way of apprehending guys like that. Putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea. Here's a man driving down the highway, minding his own business. Police cars come by and almost run him over. And he says, boy, there should be a better way of getting these bad guys, not almost killing me. All right? How about the police were chasing this car down that was zooming down the highway at over 120 k's an hour. The police were chasing. Chasing is up like a T but a ch. Chasing this car that was zooming. Z is just open your mouth just a bit. Z. Let the air go through the teeth. Zooming down the highway at over 120 k's an hour. Let's do it together. The police were chasing this car that was zooming down the highway at over, ready? At over 120 k's an hour. Do it again. 120 k's an hour. Notice when we do numbers, we don't go 120, we go 120. Say each number individually. 120 k's an hour. Their sirens were screaming becomes their sirens were screaming. Do it again. Their sirens were screaming. I almost didn't. Ready? I almost didn't have time. Ready? Have time to get out of the way. To get out of the way. Let's do that sentence again. I almost didn't have time to get out of the way. I almost didn't have time to get out of the way. One more time. I almost didn't have time to get out of the way. I felt every position. I hope you're starting to feel every position. It seems to me that there must be a better way of apprehending guys like that. It seems to me that there must be, ready? There must be a better way, ready? A better way of apprehending guys like that. Guys like that. Good for you. Putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea. Putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea. What is putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea? Is not my cup of tea is not something I like. Do it again. Putting people, ready, like me in danger is not my cup of tea. Do it with me. Ready? Putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea. Good for you. The police were chasing this car that was zooming down the highway at over 120 k's an hour. Their sirens were screaming. I almost didn't have time to get out of the way. It seems to me that there must be a better way of apprehending guys like that. Putting people like me in danger is not my cup of tea. All right, sentence number 3. Why does my sister love Mozart so much? I see her sitting on her chair with her earphones on and a huge smile on her face. She adores the symphonies and piano concertos. Why does my sister love Mozart so much? Let's do it. Why? Why does my sister, make that R, sister, love, ready? Love Mozart so much. Again, why does my sister love Mozart so much? When I put them together, it's all words, it's all groups of two. Why does my sister love Mozart so much? You do it, ready? Why does my sister love Mozart so much? I see her sitting in her chair. My tongue is up there with the T. Chair. With her earphones on. Hard word. On. And. There's the D. A huge smile on her face. She adores the symphonies and piano concertos. Do it. She adores the symphonies and piano concertos. Why does my sister love Mozart so much? Do it. Why does my sister love Mozart so much? I see her sitting in her chair with her earphones on and a huge smile on her face. She adores the piano concertos and symphonies. Sorry again. She adores the symphonies and piano concertos. She adores the symphonies and piano concertos. Good. Sentence number 4. It's about a mother who notices that her son, when he watches TV, totally concentrates 100%. But when he has to do his homework, he's not very good at concentrating. When the TV show came on, I was amazed, says the mother, at how quickly James was completely absorbed in the program. He just was totally into the program. I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room. Imagine that. I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room, and he wouldn't even have hardly noticed it. His dad wishes he had the same concentration for his homework. Ready? When the TV show came on. Ready? When the TV show came on. I was amazed. I was amazed at how quickly. Ready? At how quickly. I was amazed at how quickly. Ready? I was amazed at how quickly he was completely absorbed in the program. How completely absorbed he was in the program. I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room. Ready? I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room. Do it. I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room. Let's see if we can put words together. I could have set off a time bomb right there in the living room. That's what I expect most of you to be able to do. His father wishes he had the same concentration when it comes to his schoolwork. His dad wishes he had the same concentration when it comes to his schoolwork. Let's see if you can do that with your kids. Ready? His dad wishes he had the same concentration when it comes to his schoolwork. Good job. Last sentence. My daughter and son called me last night. My daughter and son called me last night. You do it? My daughter and son called me last night. Do it together. 2, 2, 2, 2. Ready? My daughter and son called me last night. It was such a wonderful chance, a beautiful chance, to tell them how much I miss and I love and miss them. It was such a beautiful chance. Do it. It was such a beautiful chance to let them know how much I love and miss them. Ready? It was such a beautiful chance to let them know how much I love and miss them. This is for Daniel and Rachel. It's so difficult when they're so far away. Let's do that. It's so difficult when they're so far away. It's so difficult when they're so far away. But I've learned in life that sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want. Let's do that again. It's so difficult when they're so far away. Again, it's so difficult when they're so far away. But I've learned that. Do it again. Close your lips. But I've learned that sometimes in life, do it, sometimes in life, things don't always turn out the way you want. Ready? Things don't always turn out the way you want. Good job on all those sentences. Practice them, and the more you do, hopefully the better you'll get. We're almost finished. I must speak more slowly. Here's a kind of a summary. How do you continue to improve? It says, I must speak more slowly in order to give myself time to put my tongue and lips in the proper digital position. Then take in air. Then force out air. Finally, make every word have a long vowel. Use your hand to help you do this. So, position, wait, bring up hand, say the word, push out the word, and make a long vowel. Study the alphabet positions. You should learn them as quickly as you can. And be able to get into the correct position with your tongue and lips immediately for the next word. That's really a big secret. Whatever the word is, get there quick before you even think about saying the word, because You can't raise your hand until you're in position, plus 1 second. Relax completely. This will make you speak effectively or help you diminish or get rid of your foreign accent. Take a look at the key sheet every day. Remember that sheet on page 5. What things can you do every day? It says, I have taught you to speak American English. I'm sorry about that, for better or worse. Watch some American TV shows like CSI Miami. Watch David Caruso wearing his sunglasses, such slow, clear words. Or listen to news broadcasts to hear their clear delivery. There's a woman on CNN on Sunday morning by the name of Frederica. I don't know her last name. She's a black woman in her 40s, light-skinned. She's a beautiful speaker, so clear. You speak like her, you'll have no accent, absolutely no accent. You might try and speak without using your hand. You might try and speak without using your hand. Let's try that. I'm going to just do a little bit. You might try and speak without using your hand. If I do it very, very gently, you might try and speak without using your hand. You stand up and just let your arm drop right down by your side and just tap it gently. I will try and speak by just gently tapping my hand. Do it again. I will try and speak by just gently tapping my hand. Here's a sentence. Let's see if we can do this very gently. If you need to find the reason why, I will help you do it. If you need to find the reason why, I will help you do it. Ready? If you need to find the reason why, I will help you do it. Do it again. If you need to find the reason why, I will help you do it. Just a stupid little sentence, but it will help you hopefully see how fast or slow you can do it. How about if I get pretty good and I can speed it up? If you need to find the reason why, I will help you do it. Lots of different positions there. Some are easy, some are hard. When they're easy positions, you can say the word faster. When they're hard, like the B, M, and P, and the F, and the B, and the W, and the L, those are all hard. Wait a little longer. You may be entitled to 1 hour of free follow-up. You can find out if this works for you by emailing me at andy@andykrieger.com or go to my website, www.andykrieger.com. If you want follow-up, we can communicate by phone or by using a webcam with Skype or Windows Live Messenger. You send me an email, we'll discuss the possibilities. I want to finish by having you say, my name is, give your name, and I came to Canada from wherever about how many years ago. My name is, and say your name. Ready? My name is, say your name. Sa. Listen. And I came to Canada from wherever. Ready? And I came to Canada from China about 7 years ago. You do it, put in your own words. Ready? And I came to Canada from China about, or from, let you do it. From, about, how many years ago? Years ago. My name is, and say your name. Ready? My name is, say your name. Sa. Listen. And I came to Canada from wherever. Ready? And I came to Canada from China about 7 years ago. You do it, put in your own words. Ready? And I came to Canada from China about, or from, let you do it. From, about, how many years ago? Years ago. Good. My name is and I came to Canada from about blah blah years ago. You do it? Good for you. Did you hear a difference? I hope you're speaking without an accent. Once you get this DVD, I'd appreciate it if you'd send me an email. Let me know what you thought about the DVD. Do you think at the end you showed some improvement? Could you hear it in yourself? If you go into a corner of a room, just go into the corner. I can't get up. If you go into the corner of a room and go right into the corner, put your face right against the wall, your shoulders right against the wall, you will be able to hear yourself. Right now I can hear myself perfectly. So you might talk a little old way. My name is Lou. I came to Canada from Hong Kong. My name is Lou, and I came to Canada from Hong Kong about 27 years ago. So you can listen to yourself. The last slide here says, congratulations and good luck. Thank you for buying this DVD. Now that you've watched it, you can go out into the world and practice. Remember to find somebody at home who you feel comfortable talking to, then go to work. Find somebody at work. You don't have to do more than a couple of minutes each day, but as you do it, maybe you start to say to yourself, I can pick up that phone and say a few words, speaking more slowly. Tell your friends that you're going to start speaking this new way all the time. You're not going to go back to the old way. Watch TV. Try to take every opportunity to speak this more slower but more specific way of speaking. Go to this website and you will be able to use the latest technology to enhance your practice, and using a webcam, you will record yourself as you follow me through the exercises. My wonderful interactive learning module is a powerful tool to achieve accent reduction. You can contact me at any time at andy@andykrieger.com. That's Krieger. I'd like to thank my father for having me born in San Francisco. I'd like to thank Stanford for giving me a wonderful education and allowing me to hear Sergeant Shriver. I'd like to thank Stanford for allowing me to graduate and for allowing me to go to Ethiopia. Thanks to the American government for going to Ethiopia and having such a wonderful experience. I'd like to thank Kadani for coming to the door and telling me to speak more slowly. I'd like to thank that American producer for, I'd actually like to thank Warner Brothers Central Casting for allowing me to watch actors speak. I'd like to thank that American producer for allowing me to, or making me try to teach the actors how to speak American, and especially thanks to Francis for showing up at the door and allowing me to learn that there was a total connection between speaking American and speaking without an accent. Listen to Obama. You might even hear what I'm hearing, and that is most of the time he's an amazing speaker. But other times he forgets, or he doesn't think about it, and he speaks a little too fast, and his words are not as long and elegant. They're sort of short and very unimpressive. So hear the good words that President Obama is speaking, but be aware that When he, just like you, doesn't get the exact positions, sometimes he doesn't speak the way we want him to speak. All the best, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this DVD. And I wish you all the best in your future. I hope you really are able to speak in a totally different way. Thank you very much.